record it now. Sorry. So meeting is recorded now. Okay, so as I was saying, we will check again the northwest corner. Northwest corner is this. So I'll make an allocation here. So for supply, it is 9, demand is 6. So I eliminate 6, make it 0, allocate 6 here, and I'll make this 9 as 3. Whatever allocation you are making, we'll eliminate this from the supply. So 9 minus 6 is 3. Again, if this is 0, I'll eliminate this column, indicating that this column is also satisfied. Okay, now what is the next northwest corner? So topmost row is 2, leftmost column is 3. So we will make an allocation here. The allocation is again to be checked with this. So this is 3, this is 7. I'll make an allocation of 3 and I'll make this as 0. I'll make this as 4 and I'll eliminate row 2, indicating that row 2 is also satisfied. Then these two columns are left. So I'll make an allocation first here. So 4 and 18. So I'll make this as 0. This will be 4. This will be 14. So last column will be allotted here. 14. Both are 14. Both will get eliminated. Because it's a balanced problem, this both should get 0. If this is not balanced problem, then it will not get 0. How to solve unbalanced problem, we'll discuss in the next class. Any problems up to this point? Any problems up to this point, students?
No, sir.
If not, let us calculate the total transportation cost. So total transportation cost T, or you can use Z depending upon the terminology you are using. So I'm using T. So T is equal to 19 into 5 plus 30 into 2 plus 30 into 6 plus 40 into 3 plus 70 into 4 plus 20 into 14. Can you calculate this? Please calculate the value here. How I have written this? I have written only the allocated cell or the occupied cell. So for occupied cell number 1, the cost of transportation is 19, units allocated is 5. So 19 into 5 plus second allocated cell is this. So transportation cost is 30, allocated unit is 2. So 30 into 2 plus 30 into 6 plus 40 into 3 plus 70 into 4 plus 20 into 14. Can you please tell me the total value? I think it will come out to be 1015.
1015, sir.
Okay, 1015. So it is 1015 rupees. Correct? Any doubts? Any doubts, students? Any doubts, students? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if this is clear, let us move to the next method, which is called least cost method or LCM method. Okay, so for LCM method, again the same method we will be using, same thing we will be using. That is, we will be writing first column as supply centers, then I'll write demand units. So I'll prepare one column here, draw it like this. We'll have 3 supply centers, S1, S2, S3. Okay. This is summation you want or not, you can write or you may not write. This is dependent upon you. Okay, so I'll just draw these. So we have demand centers D1, D2, D3 and D4. Okay, then we have supply. Oh, sorry, here it will be demand. My bad. Here it will be demand. Here it will be supply. Okay, so let us just write the demand. Demand I think is 5, 8, 7, 14. This is 7, 9. Let this write this clearly. Okay, so it is here 7, 9 and 18. The cost of transportation is 19, 30. Then next is, what is the value? 50, 10. So next value is 50, 10. Okay. Then what is the next value? 70, 40, 60. So the next row is 70,
40,
30,
60.
40, 60. What is the next row? 40,
40, 8, 70, 20.
8, 70, 20. Correct? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now for the northwest corner method, we were selecting the cell which is on the northwest corner of the matrix. Okay, so for this method what we did is we selected the topmost row and the leftmost column. Okay, but here the second method says least cost method. Least cost method means whichever is the least cost, we will select that particular cell. So we will see all the elements in this matrix, all the values. So this is 19, 30, 50, 10, 70, 30, 40, 60, 48, 70, 20. Which is the minimum? Which one is the minimum? 8 is the minimum,
8.
isn't it? 8 is the minimum. So I'll select this cell. Only the way you select the cell is different. Okay, the way you select the cell is different. In the earlier method we were selecting northwest corner. Here we are going to select the least cost. Least cost is 8. So I'll make an allocation here first. Okay, this is what I have decided. Okay, once I have decided this, that I am going to make an allocation here, then I have to see the supply and demand. The way of allocating the units remains the same. The way of allocating the units, the way of eliminating the rows and columns remains the same. The only change is to get the cell in which we are going to make the allocation. In northwest corner method, we were selecting only the northwest corner. Here we are going to select the lowest cost. So lowest cost is 8. So if this is 8, I'll going to make an allocation here. So if I'm going to make an allocation here, then I'll have to see the supply and demand. Supply is 18, demand is 8. How much I should allocate?
8.
What should be the allocation? Yes, allocation
8.
should be 8. So 8 is the allocation. If I make an 8 as an allocation, this becomes 0
0.
and this becomes
10.
10. Isn't it? Which gets 0, this column gets 0. So we will eliminate this column. Once this column is eliminated, what is remaining? Remaining is 19, 70, 40, 50, 40, 70, 10, 60,
10,
20.
60,
Now
20.
which is the least cost out of these? So least
10.
cost is 10.
10.
Least cost is 10. So if 10 is the least cost, I'll make an allocation here. So if I'm going to
7.
make an allocation here, again I have to see the supply and demand. So supply is 7, demand is 14. So I'll make
14.
an allocation of
7.
7, not 14, minimum. Please be very careful by making the allocation. Allocation should be for the minimum. What happens if I make an allocation of 14? What does this indicate? This indicates that S1 will supply 14 units to D4, but the capacity of S1 is only to supply 7, है ना? इसको if I convert it in terms of money, let us convert it in terms of money. So S1 is a person who has to give values money to D4. S1 is having only 7 rupees. How can he give 14 rupees? Is it possible?
No, sir.
अपने जेब में 7 रुपए हैं, 14 रुपए दे सकते हो? नहीं दे सकते. Similarly, you have only 7 products that you are manufacturing at S1. Can you supply 14 to D4? No. So we have to select the minimum. So minimum is 7. So I am allocating 7. So what is happening here is 7
0.
units he is getting from S1. Remaining he will take it from S2 or S3 depending upon the allocations. Okay. So once I have made allocation of 7 here, I'll convert this 14 into 7,
2.
this 7 into 0. Once this is done, we will eliminate this.
First one.
Now, which is the minimum value? If you see, you will say
20.
19. But 19, I cannot make an allocation because this is already eliminated. This cell
Eliminated.
is already eliminated. So which is remaining cell? Remaining cell is 70,
20.
40, 40, 70, 60, 20. Minimum value is 20.
20.
So I'll make an allocation here. This allocation will
7.
be 7, 10. So this will be 7, making it as 0,
0.
making
3.
this as 3. If this is eliminated, then we will
D4
eliminate D4.
eliminated.
Then we have 70, 40, 40, 70. So there is a
40.
tie between 40 and 40. Got it? यहाँ भी 40.
Sir.
This is also 40. This is also 40. Now there is a tie.
We'll take S3.
Once there is a tie, then we have to select how to. Just hold on for a second, students. हाँ बोलो. दिनेश सर शायद बाहर गए हैं. Okay. So if there is a tie, like here there is 40, here there is 40, then we have to just, for this case, what I'll do is, instead of using pen, I'll use a pencil. Let me use a pencil. I have a pencil. Okay, let me use this black pen. Okay. So for that, what I'll do is I'll use pencil. I'll make 2 blocks here. 1, 1. This is what I'll do. Then at this block, I'll see how much I can allocate. Here I can allocate 7.
So 7. S2 7.
Here I can
S3 3.
allocate 3.
7. 3.
Okay. So out of these 2, to break the tie, what I'll do is I'll select a cell which can have maximum allocation. Now, why this is to be selected? Because if I am selecting a cell with minimum allocation, then there are chances that that particular value, that remaining units, will have more value of transportation. Whereas if I select the maximum value, I am eliminating the chance of getting these remaining units. If I select 7, if I select 3 instead of 7, then 4 units will be extra, isn't it? These 4 units will not be transported in a cost of 40 rupees. There may be a chance that these 4 units will be transported at a higher cost. Okay. Now here there is no problem because the tie is between 2 different rows and 2 different columns. Sometimes the tie may be between the same column. Okay. Then there is a problem. Okay. So if there is a tie, we have to make allocation in both by pencil. Do not use pen. Okay. Why I'm saying this? Because once I am sure that I'm going to make an allocation here because this is maximum, then I'll eliminate, or then I'll rub this and I'll finalize this by pen. Okay, so I'm going to finalize this. I'm going to make it 7 and this is my final value. So I'll make this as 2, this as 0 and eliminate this. Am I clear how to break the tie? Am I clear, students?
Yes, sir.
How to break the tie? You have to eliminate, you have to, if you have a tie, you have to make allocation in both by pencil. That is just, you have to check where you can make the maximum allocation. So I can make the maximum allocation here because here the allocation was 7, here the allocation was 3. So I have to take the maximum. So maximum is 7. I'll take this and eliminate this column. Then these are the two. Minimum is 40. So in this 40, I'll make an allocation here. Here it is 5. Here it is 3. So I'll make an allocation of 3, making this 2, eliminating this row. Okay. This is the only one remaining. So I'll make an allocation 2 here, making this 0. This as 0. Isn't it? Any doubts up to this point, students? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Any doubts, students? Students, any doubt? Somebody please respond. If no doubt, then we'll move further.
No doubt.
Okay. Can you calculate now the transportation cost? For transportation cost, I'm using T. You may use Z, whatever you like. I'll use T. So T is equal to, now the first row, 10 into 7. So I'll write 10 into 7 plus 70 into 2. I'm using rows first, then columns. Okay. You may use columns like 70 into 2 plus 40 into 3. This is up to you. You can use or you can write in any way. Just make sure that you are writing all the values. So 40 into 7 plus 40 into 3 plus 8 into 8 plus 20 into 7. What is the value? 912, something like that.
814.
Value comes out to be 814. Okay, correct. So we have got 814. Correct? Any doubts, students, up to this point? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, let us quickly go to then VAM method, Vogel's approximation method. I need one help from you people. Just let me know the values, okay, fastly, because the time is about to end. Vogel's approximation method. Okay. So I'm not going to write everything. I'm just going to write S1, S2, S3, is it correct, student? Should I write everything or is it okay if I write like this? Is it okay?
Okay.
Good. So just keep on telling me the values fastly so that I can write, because time is about to end and we have very less time remaining. So I think this is 7, 9, 18. This is 5, 8. What is this value?
714.
7, 14. Okay. The cost, please tell me cost. 19,
30, 50, 10.
50, 10. Then next is
70, 30,
70, 30, 40,
40, 60.
60. Next is 48.
8,
Next value
70, 20.
70, 20. Okay. Now in Vogel's approximation method, what we are going to do is we are going to just increase these rows. Okay. I'm going to just increase these rows and these columns also. Okay. I'm going to extend them. And then I'm going to find difference. I'm going to write here difference. And here also I'm going to write difference. Okay. The way of selection here is we will select this row. In this row, we will select the least value. Least value is 10. Okay. The next value, which is next to the least value. So this next value is 19. The minimum value and the next minimum value. So minimum value is 10. The next minimum value is 19. Got my point? If I write it in the incremental way, which is the minimum value 10, next to minimum value is 19, isn't it? In this row, only in this row, what is the value? 10, 19, 30, 50, isn't it? Hello students, is it correct? So we select the minimum value 10 and the next minimum value as 19. So difference of these two. So difference is 19 minus 10 as 9. So I'll write 9 here. Okay. Any problems in this? Similarly, can you write for this? This is
10.
30
minus
40. So
40.
40
10.
minus 30 is 10. Similarly here,
It's
8,
20.
20. 20
12.
minus 8 is 12.
12.
Similarly here, 19 minus 40 is 21.
1.
30 minus
30
8 is
minus 8. 22.
2. Then
40 minus 50.
40 minus 50 is 10. Then
10,
10
20
minus
minus
20
10.
is
10.
10. Okay. Okay. Any problems in this?
No, sir.
Any problems up to this point? See, very important is that what we have done here is that if this cell is not selected and the next minimum value is selected for allocation. Okay, that is, if I can make an allocation of 7 here, instead of making an allocation of 7 here, if I am making an allocation of 7 here, what will happen? I will get an incremented value of 9 per unit, isn't it? If I am making an allocation of 7 instead of here, I am making an allocation of 7 here, then for per value per unit, the cost of transportation increased is by 9 rupees, isn't it? Am I clear here? Students, am I clear here? If I am making an allocation of 7 instead of this point, if I am making an allocation here, then the cost of transportation will increase by 9 per unit, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if this is clear, then what we should do here is we should select the value, we should select a cell which is having the maximum value of your penalty. If I am not selecting this cell, then the maximum penalty I will face is of 22 units, isn't it? Rupees 22 per unit will increase in my cost, isn't it? Isn't it, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll select the value with maximum difference. So this is the maximum difference. Then in this column, I'll select this column because this is maximum difference. In this column, which is the minimum value? 8.
8.
So I'll select this cell to be making an allocation. Okay. Now, if I want to make an allocation here, again, the method remains the same. If you see all the 3 methods, the only change is in the way of selection of the cell. है ना. Here we selected the northwest corner. In this method we selected the least cost. In this method we are selecting the cell which is having the maximum penalty. Okay, so this cell is having the maximum penalty of 22, thus I am selecting this cell. So in this cell there is 18 and 8, so 8 will become 0, 18 will become 10, and I'll make an allocation of 8 here. Okay, is it correct? Any problems here? If I am making this allocation, then what I'll do is I'll eliminate D2. Once I eliminate D2, I am not going to calculate difference for this. Sorry, I am not going to calculate difference for this column. Again, I am going to calculate the same difference. So 10 minus 9 is 9. Again, the same value. Here, if you see, next value is 40 and 60. Now this is eliminated. So minimum value becomes 40. Okay, since this is eliminated, this 30 is eliminated. So next minimum value is 40, and next to minimum value is 60. So 60 minus 40 will become 20. Again, this is 40, 20. Since 8 is eliminated, so 40, 20 will become 20. Isn't it? Similarly, we'll calculate for this. See, if the column is eliminated, there will be no change in the column differences. Again, we'll see it here. So 19 minus 40 is 21. 40 minus 50 is 10. 10 minus 20 is 10. Correct? Correct? Any doubts?
No.
So which is the maximum penalty? This is the maximum
21.
penalty. So I'll
21.
select 21, which is the minimum cost, 19. So I'll make an allocation here. So allocation can be 5, 7. So I'll eliminate 5, make it 0. I'll make it 2. I'll make an allocation of 5 here. If I make an allocation of 5, I'll eliminate this. So I'm not going to calculate difference for this column. Okay. So if the column is not to be taken, I can simply write 10, 10 here. There will be no change in the column. There will be change in the rows. So now 19 is eliminated. So 10 minus 50, the difference is 40. Okay. 20 minus 60 is, 60 minus 40 is 20. 70 minus 20 is 50. Okay. So then we will make an allocation in this row. Instead of column, now we will move to row. You have to see all the values. Whichever is maximum, we will select that particular value. So now the maximum is 50. So I'll make an allocation here. What is the allocation that I can make? 10 and 14. So I'll make an allocation of 10. So this will become 0. 14 will become 4. Isn't it? So we are not going to calculate for this since this row is being eliminated. Again, we are going to calculate the values. So this will remain same 20, 40, isn't it? And for this, the values will change. This I don't need to calculate. This I don't need to calculate. 40 minus 20 is, 50 minus 40 is 10. Now here, 10 minus 60, that is 50. Isn't it? Any doubts, students, here? I think the meeting is about to end, so let us do it fastly. So this will be 50. So I am going to select this row, this column. Again, I am going to make an allocation here, 4 and 2. So I can make an allocation of 2 only. So this will become 0, isn't it? This will become 0, eliminating this row, and this 4 will become 2. Okay. Now the only remaining cells are these two. Again, we will calculate. This will be 20 and this will be 60. This will be 40 since only one value is remaining. So maximum is this. So we have to select this. So there will be an allocation here, 2 and 9. So this will be 2. This makes it 0, making it 7, only 1 remaining, so we'll make an allocation here. 7 will become 0, 7 will become 0, and we'll make an allocation of 7 here. Is it clear? Is it clear, students? Is it clear, students? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
So T will be equal to 19 into 5 plus 10 into 2 plus 40 into 7 plus 60 into 2 plus 8 into 8 plus 20 into 10. So what is the value?
779.
Value is 779.
Yes, sir.
So value is 779. Is it correct? Any doubt, students? Students, any
No,
doubt?
sir.
In
Great.
all these three methods, we'll be getting different values, sir.
Yes, definitely you will be getting different values because you are selecting different cells,
Okay.
isn't it? Now comes the question, most important question. Sir, which method to be used for solving the problem? है ना? Then the most important thing is whether you use LCM method, whether you use northwest corner method, or whether you use Vogel's approximation method. These all three methods are only to find the initial solution. This doesn't end your problem. The problem will end with modified method, that is Modi method. After solving the problem with Modi method, then only you will get the optimum value. Okay, so you can use any of these methods. You can use any of these methods. But if you ask me, sir, which method I should use, then I will suggest that you should use Vogel's approximation method. Reason being simple, because you can see in all these three methods, which is getting the least value. We have solved a problem now, so which is the least value? We have got the least value from Vogel's approximation method. That means Vogel's approximation method selection procedure for cell is much more better. Okay, I'm not saying that you cannot solve a problem if you are using Swati, is there anything you want to ask? Swati, is there anything you want to ask?
No, sir.
Oh, actually you raised hand, so I thought that is there anything. Okay, so as I was saying, whether you are using northwest corner method, whether you are using least cost method, or whether you are using VAM method, you can solve the problem. There is no issues with the problem. The only thing is that if you are using northwest corner method, the number of iterations required in Modi method will be somewhat more as compared to the number of iterations required in the Vogel's approximation method solution. Okay, so if you have got a problem in the new paper and you need to solve it using modified method, that is Modi method, it is suggested that you use VAM method as the initial feasible solution. Okay. Okay, any doubts here? Any doubts, students?
So in the exam, do they mention which method we need to use, or
No,
we can choose
they
any?
will never mention the initial feasible solution method. Okay, they will never mention the initial feasible solution method. It is up to you whether you want to use method, whichever method you like, you can use it. Okay, but why I have taught you all three methods is sometimes they may give you for some, say you may have questions for 2 or 3 marks also, na? So they may give you a problem and they may just tell you to find the solution with the help of northwest corner methods for 2 marks or 3 marks. Okay.
Mm.
In that case, you need to know how to solve using northwest corner method. Northwest corner method is very simple, isn't it? Top
Yes.
left corner is the northwest corner, and you have to select that particular cell. That's it, isn't it? So that can be asked for a less marks. But if I am going to ask for Vogel's approximation method, then I'll give it minimum of 5 marks, isn't it? Is it clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I'll do today is I'll post a script or one more thing. Most of you have not opted for the mock test 1. So it is informed you once again that the mock test 1 last date or the due date is tomorrow by 11:59 p.m. Okay, once that time is gone, you will not be able to submit, or even if you are submitting as a late assignment, then it will not be considered. So it is advisable that by tomorrow, anyhow, you solve your questions and upload the proofs in your quiz. Okay. So this is one thing. The other thing is today with the recording, I will also share one PDF which will have number of questions. So all those questions, like I'll give like 5 or 10 questions. These 5 or 10 questions you have to solve for your practice. I don't need the answers, but you have to solve it using all the 3 methods: northwest corner method, LCM method, and Vogel's approximation method. Okay. This is just for your practice. I don't need the values. I'll just give you the answers also if possible. Okay. Is it okay, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One more thing, Aditya, I have received a mail from your end that students are interested in getting the revision classes